Hello everyone! Good evening and happy Monday and welcome to Pentiment. We're back again. Chapter 7 apparently. Christmas Eve. 1543. Oh. Yep. And it's time to kick the slippers off. Righty ho, there we go, we're good to go now. So hopefully you've all had a good weekend and looking forward to the week ahead. I must say I've had a very productive day today, I must say. I feel like I've got quite a lot done. But yeah, what better way to finish it than to spend it with you guys. So yes, we are going to crack on very shortly. I don't know whether this might be the last session. I don't know how long's left in this game, but I feel like we're getting close to the end. I mean, we're almost finishing the mural, so I would kind of imagine that we're getting pretty close to the end. Possibly, maybe. Depends. Well, it depends how slow I am. Depends how much I witter on. Possibly, but not necessary. Not necessarily. Okay. Which is cool. Not that we're in a rush or anything, is it? So we'll just see where it takes us. But I'm not playing football tomorrow. Football's being cancelled, so you know. Oh, come on now. This is going to be one of my New Year's resolutions, you know. I feel like I need to make not that I like to rush or anything, but I think I need to start to make a little bit more progress through my series. I think these ones have lingered a little while. Not this one, because this one is, you know, started this one not that long ago. But yeah, some of them. So New Year's resolution and all that. But anyway, it's not New Year yet, so business as usual. I've got a few topics written down to discuss today, but I'll kind of drip feed them into the session as and when we go through. But I've got like several topics here. I thought, I've got a few things to discuss, but I'll play it by ear. The first topic that I have got on the list is AI. AI. No, I'm not going to be rushing. Don't get me wrong, but there's that many games that I want to play. Until I finish these, I can't play them. So there's got to be a balance struck, I feel. But anyway, AI. Yes, AI. I'm kind of like. I've always thought that I'm quite technological with some things. You wouldn't believe it with the amount of stuff that goes wrong on my streams, but I actually think myself pretty technological. If something goes wrong, I can usually fix it. And, you know, computer-wise, that is. You know, if it comes to DIY kind of stuff, forget it. But AI, not really. I know it's out there. I don't know what it does, what it can do, whatever else. Until somebody started talking about it at work, because we're running a trial at work at the moment where they're using Copilot to do certain tasks, and it looks pretty nifty. Very big time save with certain tasks. And I'm like, oh. So I was going to throw a question out there as to, does anybody out there use AI at the moment, and what do you use it for, and is it useful? Copilot automatically got put on my machine. I was like, oh, I might have a play around with this. I had a bit of a tiny play on the weekend. Some things that I asked it to do it couldn't do. I was like, oh, you're rubbish, aren't you? You're rubbish. What kind of flipping thingy are you? So, for example, right, I asked it to create me a schedule for my day on Saturday. So I give it some tasks that I want to get done on Saturday, and says, create me a schedule. And it did its best. I tweaked it a little bit. And I thought, it's not a bad schedule. So then I said, now transfer this schedule to my Outlook calendar, thinking, well, Outlook is Microsoft, and this is Microsoft Copilot, surely they must talk to each other. Oh, no, apparently not. I was like, oh, you're rubbish. I've got to manually put the task in the calendar myself. Well, if I'd have known that from the start, I wouldn't have asked you to do this schedule my day for me, would I? Rubbish. Anyway. That was the last time I played with AI until this evening, when I sat down with 10 minutes to go before the stream and asked my Microsoft Copilot friend, should I have a glass of Baileys this evening? Just to, I don't know, see what it would come back with. Bearing in mind it just doesn't know my age or anything like that. You know, I could be asking it as a 5-year-old child. And it says, yeah, sounds like you've had a stressful day, you should enjoy your Baileys. I was like, oh, well, if you say so, I shall take your advice. So I've poured myself a glass of Baileys on the instructions of Microsoft Copilot, who didn't check my name. And I wasn't signed in, so check my age rather. I wasn't signed in, so I could be asking it as somebody. Mind you, if you're at home, it's not illegal to drink. Down to it's a really, I've mentioned this before. It's a very, very low age threshold. I think it's like 5 something really ridiculously low to drink in your own home. It's fine. Cham, good evening. So yeah, AI. I'm intrigued. If anybody has got some good uses for AI, I am interested in playing around with it. I'm going to embrace this new technology and see if it can save me time, help me out when I need to. Basically, it also I wrote some text for something and asked it to edit the text. I can't remember what instruction I put. I just put, can you rewrite this or something, you know, whatever, make this better. And it did. Within about 2 seconds, and I was like, "Ooh!" Read through what it had changed it to, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds much better." But then you can give it specific instructions. So, like, if you write an email for work, for example, and it sounds very corporate, you can ask it to make it more. You can ask it to soften it, make it more personable, more empathetic, etc., etc. So it's all very good for stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd bore you with that because I'm not usually one to embrace this kind of modern technology nowadays. I'm turning into a technophobe. It must happen to all people as you get to a certain age. You kind of fall behind the times a bit. I thought, I'm never going to be one of those people. I'm going to be hip. I'm going to be down with everything new. And new things come out and I'm like, I can't be bothered with them. Can't be bothered. I'll learn it if I have to. Oh, she's a pro when it comes to AI. Because it's unreliable. As was proven with my Bailey's question. The correct question should be, you could have questioned me. Just to clarify, are you in the right state of mind for Baileys? You know, how much drink have you had so far in the day? I've had 15 pints so far. Well, perhaps Baileys is not the best option then. But it didn't. It said, go ahead and have one. And then it also said, you might want to put it in some coffee or some hot chocolate or something a bit different. I thought, ooh, perhaps not that far, because it's not bedtime. But yeah. There are strict rules for using AI at work. Yes, there are. We're running a trial. You might just miss the time. We're running a trial where I work at the moment. The biggest, strictest thing is you cannot use it for customer data. So any text, any emails that's got customer data in it, you cannot use it. Otherwise, it's a security incident, as it well should be. So you can only use it for stuff that doesn't contain customer data. So, you know, if you're writing a letter, either redact the customer data before you put it through the AI or whatever. Oh. Well, to be fair, the funny thing was, after I'd said, that sounds like a good idea to my Copilot friend now. We're going to have to give my Copilot friend a name, because I'm going to use it just for a laugh. It then said, no problem, hope you enjoy, cheers. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting a conversation out of you. This is interesting. No about seldom talk back and have a big problem with bias. The talking back thing I can be on board with. I don't want you to talk back AI. Do not question me. But maybe it should. Maybe it should question you, because it'll make you think. Oh, actually, you might have a point, AI. Have I considered all the angles here? I don't know. But anyway, there you go. Bit of AI talk. Just randomly. Okay, so we'll continue for another 5 minutes and then we'll have to end the flim flam and we'll do the rest of the flim flam in the session. But, Cham, good to see you. Welcome. You asked about how my day been. My day's been fantastically busy. Because I decided that I need to pull my finger out and get some stuff done, because I've been putting some stuff off. So, I'll wind this story back a bit to yesterday, when I went to the VW garage to potentially buy a new car, and I was like, oh, okay, I fancy a new car. My current car's finance is running out next year, and therefore, if you want a new car, and it's going to be built for you or whatever, there might be a waiting list. So it's about time to start looking. And I had a car in mind that I wanted. I've been very frugal over the years, and I've saved a few pennies because I don't spend money on a lot of stuff. So I've got some funds saved up. I'm not rolling in cash, but I've been sensible. So, having had my health crisis this year, which has turned out, touch wood, with a couple of tests left to go, turned out to be nothing more than a virus that's played havoc with my body, but nonetheless, at certain points during my illness, I thought I was seriously ill. So I've and I remember mentioning it way back when, that, my mentality with a lot of things now is going to be, you only live once, and you don't know what's around the corner. Now, I don't profess to bankrupt yourself or do anything silly, but when it's like a 50-50, shall I, shan't I, my kind of mantra is, well, do you know what, let's just do it. Let's just flipping do it. So I've had money sat in savings for a number of years for a rainy day, which I'm glad to announce, say that, touch wood, has not happened. So I'm like, well, it's just sat there doing nothing. So I thought, do you know what, I've always wanted a really nice car. My current car, Fiesta ST, it is a nice car, got it new. But I thought, no, I've had my eye on a car for a little while, and they brought a facelift model out recently, as in last month, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go and see what the VW garage has to say, because I don't know what to do with my current car. Do I have to trade it in? Do I have to sell it privately? All the rest of it. And what's the situation with this new car? How much is it going to cost? And blah de blah de blah. So I went to the VW garage yesterday with my friend, because she wasn't wanting to come, and then we were going to go shopping afterwards. And I sat down, and for 2 hours and a half and 3 coffees later, ended up buying the car. But they had no car to test drive, because this car there's only 3 of them in the entire VW fleet at the moment, and they're not even in the fleet because they're being built. So across the entire country, so he said, there was only 3 of these cars being built so far. Hence this is how new it is. And I was like, okay, so I can't test drive it then for another 2 months. And I'm not waiting 2 months to buy it, because I'm here now. And because I'm here now, I'm kind of in the mood now. So anyway, long story short, I bought the damn thing. So it's a Golf R, yes, it's a VW. My very first car was a Golf that I bought for myself, which is still here. So I decided that this car, and the reason why I've kind of upped the level of car, is because I've determined and decided that this is going to last a long time. I'm not going to give it back when I finish with this one. After the finance is finished, I'm not going to trade it in, I'm not going to part exchange it, I'm saying this now. But I'm going to keep this damn thing until we're forced to go electric in... Is it about 10 years' time? 2035, I think it's still touted to be. And I'm going to keep it. So I thought, you know what, I'll enjoy it and keep it. And yes, it'll cost me a bit, but I'm considering it as my pleasure. I have no extravagant hobbies. I don't spend fortunes on cigarettes and things that people do. I don't spend a fortune on alcohol as much as I do drink. So I thought, and I enjoy driving, I love driving. I like cars, so I thought, you know what, it's my treat to myself. So yeah, so it isn't here yet, Cham. It isn't here. It's been built, and it's not going to arrive at the very earliest until April, which is fine because my birthday's in May. So I said to the chap, if you want to just leave it until May, it can be a birthday present when it finally arrives. So just waiting patiently now, and I have to decide when I need to sell my current car, because I have to sell it privately. Otherwise I won't make a profit on it. So I need to sell it privately, but I can't sell it privately now, for example, because what am I going to drive for 4 months? So there's a bit of juggling to do into next year to sell my current car. But for now, I shall just keep pootling around in it and making sure that it hopefully remains nice and safe and alloy wheel scuff free, so that I can sell the damn thing around about February time. And probably go back to driving my 2001 X-Reg Golf that's currently my mother's driving. But anyway, the reason why I mentioned that is because also it led on to something that I was going to talk about as we start the actual game. I can't remember what it was though. Asking about how my day's been. My day, car. I was going to lead on to something. That wasn't going to be the sole reason for me saying that, but anyway. We ended the last session here in the Golden Hand Inn, the Bird in Hand Inn, Bird in Hand to in Bush, because we're trying to find information about... Oh, we made cookies in the last session too. Mural, something to do with a mural. We need a good suggestion for investigate. We're investigating something. Oh, we're into the final section of the mural, the revolt bit. Into the revolt bit. Need to get to work on the last part of the mural, but Ott said he'd stop by this morning. I should go out to meet him. We did that. Ott had some good suggestions. So, speak with Agnes Steinerin. Clara's husband was right in the middle of everything. Clara's husband. I should talk to her as well. Clara. I can't remember her surname, but we'll find her. Clara. Golden Hand, we're here now. Christmas feast. Very, very topical. It's Christmas soon. We've made cookies too. So we're here. We're going to continue to explore the rest of this inn. There's some people upstairs to speak to them. Then find Agnes. Then find Clara. Happy days. Finish our mural. And hopefully not be killed in the process. That's the plan, folks. So here is our stars, which helps us extremely much. I've never used the objective markers in this game. But they are handy. Because I'm like, where are these people? Actually, one's the midwife, apparently. Anyway, let's pop upstairs and see what we can find out from these residents. The Polish fella that can't talk, I remember him. So we've got Killian, and we've got... Oh, Hannah! She was a bit dodgy, if I remember, last time. Hannah here. Good afternoon, Magdalene. Is that what you've got to say, Hannah? Killian, what about you? Hi, Mags. Sorry I can't talk for long right now. Magdalene. Oh, of course, Magdalene. I didn't mean to be impolite. Yes, you did. You do it all the time. You and the rest of the people around here. You've more courtesy than Otts and Apollo put together. I mean, Otts did apologise last time as well, I suppose. Apollo, on the other hand. It's fine, it's fine. Just keeping you so busy. You know. Setting the inn up for the Christmas feast. Never a shortage of work. Mum and Dad need my help. They're not as spry as they used to be. At least you have to... Ooh, that's a bit scathing. Yeah. I know how that is. Dad's not as quick as he used to be. Even when not bedridden. Still, no idea who attacked him. No. Oh, he'll be fine though, right? No. I mean, can we trust Dr. Stoltz? He's a doctor, but he's an idiot. So do you know what? I'm beginning to... He's lasted a long time, my father. I mean, if he was that ill and he was going to pass away, surely it would have happened by now. If it's a brain injury, sure. At least he's talking, he's compos mentis. I'm not convinced now. I reckon Dr. Stoltz has got this wrong. This is not modern medicine we're dealing with here. This is 1543 medicine. Don't know how accurate it was with predictions, but hey. I hope so. I'm doing the best I can. Oh, you'll do great. Still odd that you're working on the mural. I wouldn't have imagined. How is the mural coming along anyway? Well enough. I'm trying to learn more about the days of the revolt. I suspect many don't want to talk about that time. Painful memories. I think you're right. I don't blame them. Dad hasn't spoken about it in years. Oh, I'm sorry, Magdalene. I really have to get back to work. Be well. I was reading an interview by Josh Sawyer yesterday. Was it yesterday? It might have been the day before yesterday. Still trying to remember why I was talking about the car. I was talking about the car at the precise moment. It was something to do with it being Sunday yesterday. It was going to lead into something. So annoying me. Yeah. Now I've lost my train of thought even further. This is not a good sign, is it? My brain's gone to mush. Oh, that was it. I was talking about having a busy day today. I'm trying to remember. But basically, yes, I've had a very busy day today. Got a lot of my to-do list in my diary. I've been using my diary today. I put a load of stuff in my diary, and all my to-do list is being done. Oh, this was the reason why I was talking about my car, because obviously I bought a new car, so obviously this was it. Josh Sawyer. Oh, that was it, Josh Sawyer. Okay. So the car situation, so I've obviously got this new car, so it's going to cost a little bit more than the current car's going to cost me. So I was like, oh, I might need to just cancel a few things that I don't really need, so that I don't feel the difference in the cost. Because, for example, Sky TV is 60 quid a month, and I don't watch Sky at all. My mother, it was for my mother, and she stopped watching Sky because every time I see her, she's on a tablet watching, not Netflix, watching something on there, on iPlayer or Prime Video or whatever, so 60 quid a month. Saving right there. So I put a load of stuff in my diary to do today, such as cancelling Sky. I've cancelled PC Game Pass because I'll have finished this by the time my monthly subscription needs to be renewed. So rather than have it just renew every single month, I'll only use it when I've got a game that I'm going to play on there, for example. So these little things. But yeah, so you were asking how my day's been. That was it. So yeah, it's been a very active, busy day. I've cancelled my Sky, cancelled my Game Pass. I've tried to set up a new appointment for the hospital, but they didn't answer the damn phone. I've changed gas and electric companies because the company that I've moved to is going to be 11% cheaper, apparently, according to Mike Lewis's website. So I've done that as well. So it's been a day of getting affairs into order. So I'm very pleased, hence why I'm having a drink of Bailey's on co-pilot's instruction, you see. Clearly has known that I've had a very busy day. And not only that, but she won't thank me for telling you, but my mother, I also was rather busy and a little bit stressed out for a little brief moment because I had to set my mum up on Zoom downstairs. Can you imagine? My mum on Zoom with a headset on? Especially when the first headset that I tried to get to work didn't work. I accidentally logged into the session 20 minutes early, thinking nobody will be there so I can set the sound up, and the trainer was there 20 minutes early talking to me, and I'm like, no, I'm not the person that's in this course, but can't hear you because the headset's not working. Can you hear me? The microphone's not working. What a flipping saga. Anyway, I changed the headset to my old headset that I used to use for everything, which I dug out of my wardrobe, and that worked perfectly fine. Now, you may be wondering, what course was your mother doing on Zoom? Speed awareness. Speed awareness course. Now, why would you be on a speed awareness course at her age? I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions. So, yeah, I had that to do today as well. So, yeah, a busy day. Worked from home. Got all my tasks done for work as well. Worked like a Trojan. So I feel like I've done a lot today. I've been really pleased with myself. Right, we need to go and speak. Did she almost slip? I thought she almost slipped in the snow. Right, we're going to go and speak with other people. So, yes. No. Let's go and see where we're going. So we're going to go speak with the midwife. Is that the Steinerin lady? The Steinerin lady? Not sure. Maybe. Yes, she is. There she is. Oh! Making garlands or something here. Veronica, Brigitte, and Agnes. Was it Agnes we're supposed to be speaking with? Forgotten. It was Agnes. We'll save her till last. Anyway, so Josh Sawyer, yes. We'll get to him after this. Hello, Magdalene, says Veronica. How is the mural going? I hope my husband hasn't been bothering you about it too much. The council has left me to work for the most part, apart from when Stolt stuck his beak in. Oughts there something to do with it? Maybe. Maybe, actually. That boy has his eye on you, Magda. At least he's using his authority to do some good. Usually that lot just meddle around in things or are best left alone. Those men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Now, they're chattering on about a yearly check of the hinges on every door in town. Hinges? Who gives a damn if the hinges on the front door creak? They're trying to keep the town in order. What, by checking door hinges? Yeah, they're just old men looking to feel important. We have enough to do as it is. If God wanted them to feel important, he would have made them lords. Anyway, I think it's good of you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I asked them to look after the chickens, but they've disappeared. They're catching frogs in the forest for some reason. Ugh, those two. What do they even need frogs for anyway? Father Thomas says they're only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were gods of virtues. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. Names do have power. Hello, Liv. Welcome. I don't think anything will stop the twins from going their own way in life. You're right. Father Thomas spends too much time in his books. Anyway, I better go find those rascals. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. Oh. After I finished sewing these leaves together, of course. Brigitte. Hello, Magdalene. And Agnes. Magdalene Druckerin, I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? He's not well, honestly. Oh no, I'm so sorry. He'll be in our prayers tonight. Ours as well. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear? Agnes, you're old. That's a good way to start, isn't it? You've got a favour to ask. You're old and decrepit, aren't you? You maybe will be able to help me with something. Clearly nothing physical. I have a small favour. Oh, well, go on then, spit it out. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like you all to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young, I don't remember much of the night. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house? I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but all right. Come, sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the reefs. We're not. Do we look like we're helping with the reefs? It took me years to get the technique up to Mum's expectations, so you're better off not helping. You always did fine, Brigitte. Yeah, Magda, sit down. Pull up a pew. the stool. So, Magdalene, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. There was, until Otto was killed. After that, the monks shut themselves up in the abbey library. Meanwhile, that bastard abbot only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twist the ends in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. Getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her vices. I'm getting her bad side. The Gertner house was a bit sad. Jorg always gets quiet this time of year. Whatever for? I reckon because that family's been hard-pressed since Peter died. Tassing's lost a good number of folk over the years, and feast days and celebrations make it harder to bear. You mean in the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had to meddle in everything. Didn't do too much good, if you ask me. Andreas? That fool? How dare you? Yeah, Dad said that Master Malin made some mistakes, but that he was seeking justice for everyone in town. And I think your father is right in that. And yet, he'd already meddled enough in Tassing after the Baron's murder that he held more sway than he knew. I could understand it the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. And it was proven the prior was a witch, so I suppose he did some good for Tassing then. I think Václav might be the only person left in Tassing who even remembers the old prior. That's when the trouble started, I say. The townsfolk saw a monk killed and the abbot was incensed. Then came the revolt, and Andreas Mahler happened to show up nearly the day of Otto's murder. Dad always says the townsfolk didn't stand with the peasants as long as they should have. Well, I won't begrudge Klaus's opinion, even if he's wrong. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. Old Václav would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? But like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. But things got better in the end, right? Even if so many people died? What kind of good comes from violence? I've never seen Peter so angry. That soldier even warned Peter that nothing would stop him besides steel. So nothing got better? At all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We're stuck with a harsh reality. Full of the joys of spring. This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Oh, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Can't paint any of that. Oh, bloody doom and gloom. I mean, it was a bad time, but we want to paint action. Flames licking out of the library windows. Andreas draped outside, book in hand. I've saved it. At what cost, Andreas, as you're overcome by smoke and burned to death? At what cost? It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural. Good luck indeed. We're now past Christmas. Are we now past Christmas? Why are they still doing wreaths if we're past Christmas? Oh, that we were not past Christmas. That was the time, right? That was the ticking time, not the actual date. Didn't move, I don't think. I helped Agnes, Brigitte, Veronica make some Christmas wreaths. That's a lie. I didn't see him making anything. They viewed the revolt as a failure, especially Agnes. She said it brought peace to Tassing, but that things are much worse now than when she was young. That's what all old people say, right? Back in my day, I said it myself, and I'm not that old, things were much better. Back in my day. It's just what they all say. Right, so we're going to... Well, who are we speaking to next? We're speaking to Clara, right? Clara's husband. Okay, let's go speak with Clara. Unless there's anything else in here that we need to look at. Yeah. So yeah, when you open Chrome on your phone, right, you get like a list of articles and stuff. At least I do. It must be a thing. And it's obviously based on your likes, because I get a lot of F1 stuff on there, and a lot of football, Leeds United stuff that come up. So you just open your first tab and you get a list of recommended things to visit, right? So one of them, and I can't remember what day it was. I think it was yesterday, maybe Saturday. It was Pentiment, Josh Sawyer interview. And the reason why it was on there is because, I didn't realise this, but maybe about a week ago, it was the 2-year anniversary of the release of this game. So it was released in 2022, November time, 2022. So it was a 2-year anniversary, and therefore he was interviewed about the game and, and sort of future projects and all that kind of stuff. I didn't read the full article, so why am I telling you it, really? But I read bits of it, and he was like really surprised at how well received the game was. He knew it was he thought it was going to be, enjoyed by a niche amount of people, but he didn't realise it would be quite so widespread acclaim for the game. So he was really pleased about that. But he also mentioned that there's like loads of little stuff that he or the developers have put into the game, like little Easter eggs or little attention to detail things that a lot of people won't notice. So one example that was given was, and I can't remember the name of the chap, but we've seen him once, and he was drinking booze. He was drinking alcohol. And he then said that every time you see the guy, that same man, he's always drinking alcohol. He's always drinking. And on one of the scenes in the game, if you come across it, he's on the roof fixing the roof. And even then, he's still got a drink in his hand. And he says, he just puts loads of little subtle things in like that. And just is intrigued if people have come across these kind of things. And it's like, oh, I'm going to have to, I say play the game again, but certainly watch the game properly. Somebody playing through it, because it's easy to spot these kind of things when you're not playing, I often find. But yeah, so it was really just quite an interesting read. The bits that I read, I was obviously doing something or rushing to do something, and so I didn't read it all. Just read a few bits of it. But yeah, it was quite interesting. Quite interesting. Anyway, I didn't read the whole article, but aren't they working on like Outer Worlds 2? I'm sure they are. I don't know. Objective. Where is our new objective? Have we got a new objective? Gertner Farm. The Gertner's Farm. I think we shall. Oh, look at this. Very nice. The Gertner Farm. The Gertner Farm. I don't think old Peter's going to be outside. He catches death, as the saying goes. Oh, not outside of the cold, you catch your death. Nope, everybody's inside. What happened to his eye? I wonder, do we ever find... Maybe it was to do with the revolt, I don't know. She's looking rather happy. There's Clara, big jog. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Gret. Bless you, Magdalene. There's Ursula. Where's old Peter? Probably in bed. Let's leave him be. Ill Peter. Are you ill, Peter? Ursula. Oh, look at Ursula. I remember when she was a little baby. Running around Andreas' feet, bless her. Now look at her. She's sewing a mask together. Clara. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I want to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's all right. No, it's not. Ah, that was a sad time. If it will help you memorialise those we lost in the revolt, then yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more. Were you older? Were you? Yeah, possibly so. Maybe. And if you like Baileys at Christmas, it's a good time to get it now, because it's always £10 a bottle at Christmas time is Baileys. Slight diversion there. With a club card in Tesco. Otherwise it's 18 quid. It's like, what? If you've not got a club card, it's £18. If you've got a club card, it's £10. It's like, what the hell? Who on earth? Do you know what? If I was in Tesco at that time, I'd be like, I'll get a club card right now on my phone, if I didn't have one. Bear with me, cashier. I'll just apply now, shall I? Trying to get back into drawing on proper. It's the way things go. Sometimes these kind of ebbs and flows, motivations wax and wane like the moon. Right. Okay, let's hear the stories. Of course, Magdalene will tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Come now, sit with us. Oh, she's actually going to start helping out with the thingy. In fact, I did say that she didn't make any wreaths at all, but I was reading the text, and maybe she was threading some wreaths together whilst I was reading, and I just didn't notice. There's me putting her down. Right, now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Yes. After Prior Ferenc was discovered as a witch, people weren't as willing to trust the abbey anymore. Then the abbot became more severe. He didn't like that the prior's death rattled his control of Tassing. I still think that the old prior cursed the town. That's when crops started failing. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude towards us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by then, but it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? Andreas only ever sought peace from what I remember. He took it upon himself to try and keep justice in Tassing, even though it wasn't his home. Truly, it's thanks to him that we had peace for so long. We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. Oh yeah, I remember her coughing at the dinner table. I remember that now. Oh, good. Yeah, I remember. Yes. All was fine until one of the brothers killed Otto in retaliation for finding out just how corrupt the abbey was. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich. Gret? No, Clara. I'm afraid even I was intimidated, and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Dad always talks about how he regrets that choice. That's why he wanted to paint the mural. Your father is unique in that regard. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. By then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much Peter truly thought success was possible. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Then that fucking Miller protected that tonsured bastard. He always hated us, thought he was better than us. Got a face like thunder. Ursula, language. What, Mum? It's true. Leonard even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. Unprovoked? Yes, Leonard always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. She's not moved a muscle this entire conversation. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. We'd lost too much. The burning of the abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot, and all the mugs at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialise? Dad, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey. I hope you can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope we provided enough insight for you. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Sewing costumes. Time to go to the commons for the thingy. Persian Slav. So we can all shiver together. Well, we're near enough to the commons, aren't we? Where are we right now? We're just off the commons, aren't we? Gertner House, Gertner. Oh, no, Gertner Farms. Oh, I've just clicked off my screens. Bear with me. There we go. The town commons. Whoa! Oh my God! Look at the size of this gathering. Christ! It's too damn cold. Oh, shut your mouth, boy! You've done this festival every year. You won't die standing here for 5 minutes. Oh, good! You made it, Magda. I was getting worried you would miss the procession. Everybody's shivering like nobody's business here. I wouldn't miss the Persian Slough for the world. The costumes are just too wonderful to miss, aren't they? I remember the masks scared me when I was little. Shh! It's starting! Oh, Artemis looks so lovely. I'd love to... What is it? Oh, oh. I don't think these children are not looking particularly scared here. I'd love to be the bright saint one year, leading off all the demons into the woods. That's the only type of boys that follow you, Artemis. Apollo, stop that. Sorry, Mum. Christina, see the Purchton? So scary. I don't like it. Shh, Andreas, you're all right. They're only costumes. Big masks that our neighbours are wearing, remember? Ugh, it's so cold. Magdalene, would you want to be the bright saint or one of the Perchton? What are the Perchton again? They're the supernatural creatures. Okay. I would want to be the bright saint, I think. The crown is my favourite part. I wonder who the council will choose to be her next year. Doesn't seem fair. Artemis gets to be the bright saint since her dad is on the town council. You'll get your chance, don't worry. Tassing's done the Perchton plough for as long as I can remember. Everyone in town's been a part of the procession before. Well, except for you young ones yet. Oh, I wish Dad could be here. Yeah, you'll see next year, surely, and you can go home and describe it all to him. As beautiful as ever. As goddamn long as ever. Well, at least we're going to eat after this. And here we are. Oh, hey, Mags. Magdalene. Magda. Whatever. Mags. You look a bit red-faced. A few drinks. You made it. I was worried for a minute you'd skip out on the fun. Merry Christmas, Mags. You're such a lightweight. Ah, do you know what? It's Christmas time. We'll cut him some slack. Merry Christmas, Ox. Merry Christmas. Look, Baltas made a special batch of beer. I heard you made cookies too. Alexander and Kaz look like they're going to play something too. Oh, well, leave the guy alone. Oh, I hope they play Christborn on Christmas Day. That's my favourite. Which one is that? Ox, we sing it every year. We sing all of them every year, man, because I can't keep them straight. Hey! Everyone listen up. Jorg would like to speak. Yes, thank you, Veronica. On behalf of the town council, I wanted to thank everyone for coming tonight. Listen intently. This year has been tough on all of us. We've had more snowfall than anyone can remember, and the early frost gave us a small harvest. Folk haven't come through the pass as often. Nico, you've been short of customers, and we've all missed the trade. Alexander and Kazimierz, you've been kept from your journey. Naziu, the snow has kept you from returning home. And I know we've all felt the lack of Klaus in town as he's been bedridden these past few months. And yet, the Lord has blessed us with each other, cheerful guests and good company. Cheers! Amen! Thanks be to God. God bless! Even though this season has been rough, God knows we still have a lot to celebrate this Christmas. Andreas, you've made tools we couldn't have gone without. Just practicing my trade. Dr. Stoltz, you've kept us all in good humours. A proof of my experience, Jorg, in such cruel weather. Magdalene, you've painted the mural for us. Yes, I only wish that my father were here to celebrate its close completion with you all. As do we all. Alexander and Casimir's, you spread good cheer in the early winter nights. Our pleasure, truly. And especially tonight, I think we should thank Baltas for making such a wonderful beer for us all to enjoy. Hey, God bless Baltas. No, please. Nazio helped tremendously. It's all thanks to him, really. Ah, well, grazie. And thanks to our Lord, who has so graciously provided for this feast. Yeah, Lord protect him, thank God. Casimir's and I shall play later in the evening, so please come to us with songs if you have one in mind. Sing the shepherds. Something. Oh, well, that's it, everyone. If I may, Jorg, I'd like to bless this great feast our Lord has provided for us. Of course, Father. Today we have come together to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. Just as our Lord has provided for us with this meal, so too did Christ provide us with the bread of life. So please, join with me in prayer. Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts which we are about to receive. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Amen, indeed. Amen. What's he doing? Is he polishing? Now please, everyone, I know Baltas made a fine beer, but remember that temperance is a virtue. Celebrate the Christ child as though his manger were here with us. Squint quizzically. Merry Christmas, everyone. Finally, let's eat. Merry Christmas. Oh, he's slinking away. Where's he going? Where's he going? And what's he up to? That's enough work for Christmas Eve. They'll be running the merchant's house soon. We've done that. So it looks like everything's come together for the Christmas feast at the Golden Hand. I suppose I should be friendly and say hello to everyone. To literally everyone? Holy schmackaloroni. Right, we'll start somewhere and go somewhere. Right, we'll start from this way and we'll work our way forward. Alexander, play us a tune. Ah, Mistress Magdalene, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Alexander. Merry Christmas, Casimir's. Enjoying the night? Oh, very much so. Cookies especially. I haven't had such a wonderful gingerbread in ages. We were just setting up to perform. Did you have a particular song in mind you want us to play? Between the two of us, we know all the Christmas songs between here and Spain. Yes, I want to hear... From heaven above to earth I come. Are any of these good tunes? Which sounds the most jovial? Be welcome to us, Lord Christ. Good Christian men rejoice. Rejoice, happiness. From heaven above to earth I come. That sounds like something you would sing in primary school. We'll go with this one. Good Christian men rejoice. A folk tune. One of Casimir's favourites. Once Kaz and I play what we've prepared, we'll be sure to play that one. Merry Christmas, everyone! Since it is Christmas, Casimir and I wanted to share a special song with all of you in the spirit of giving. Please enjoy.
In dulce jubilo, nun singet und seid froh, unsers Herzens Wonne liegt in Praesepio, und leuchtet als die Sonne, Matris in gremio, Alpha es et O, Alpha es et O.
Yeah, me looks happy, doesn't he? Happy to be here. You drop it to sleep. Yes! Bravo, bravo! Another! Thank you, truly. Pleasure. And please return to your drinks. We'll be playing all night. Happy Christmas. Excellent, thank you. Right, well, Anna, what's Anna got to say for herself? Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas to you. Good evening, Magdalene. Merry Christmas, you two. Ulrika, Andreas, say hello to Mistress Chuckerin. Hi. Oh, he's shy. Hi. Oh, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Mistress Magdalene. Sorry, Magdalene, he's still a bit quiet. Oh, it's fine. Hello, Ulrika. Hello, Andreas. How did you like Jorg's speech, Magdalene? Fine. Bit simple. Fine. A good reminder of everything we still have. We all needed to hear it very diplomatically. For Paul putting him up to it at the last moment, it was well done. Well, Werner insisted someone on the council make a speech. I didn't particularly want it to be me. But Jorg did it justice. You could always count on him to speak from the heart, especially a few drinks in. Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Tassing hasn't had such a hard season since the revolt. Yes, I'm sorry. It's Christmas. We shouldn't speak of such sad times. Let's toast to better days, then. Cheers to that. Although there is an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me, Ignis aurum proat miseria fortes viros, which means not a clue. Fire is the test of gold, misery is the proof of strong men. Precisely. There's no question the revolt left Tassing worse off, but seeing the town now gives me hope. You're an artist, Magdalene. I think you can see it too. I think I do. Do we? Things seem brighter for Tassing somehow. Oh, and if it's winter, spring is just round the corner. It's brighter days ahead and all that, possibly. Yes, those miserable days gave us the resilience we needed to push ahead, to make things better. The next generation, like you or Jutta and the twins, you saw what it was like to fight for ourselves. To stand up to tyranny, even at the cost of losing our homes and lives. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt. Really? Oh yes. You wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. The revolt burned away the dead wood that had rotted Tassing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from years of fear. The revolt gave me the courage to face him, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the Abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as they always did, well, I doubt we'd be having such a Christmas feast tonight. The cost was high, but it resulted in just as much joy as grief. I hadn't thought about it that way. Because of the revolt, I could marry Paul, and we can supply grain to peasants at a fair price. Our children will grow up without the fear that ruled over my life as I got older. No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Magdalene. What matters more is how we choose to see it. But without an objective perspective, we could lose all hold on what we perceive is good or bad. We'll counter it. I suppose so, but that sounds a bit beyond me at the moment. One too many ales, dear? No, just above my head. You sound like Baltas when he's in the middle of a project, Magdalene. Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, all right? Mummy, I want another cookie. Shh, don't yell, sweetheart. Excuse us, Magdalene, it seems we have cookies to fetch. Of course. Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas. Cookie time. Right, Veronica time. Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Enjoying the celebration? Yes, I can't remember the last time we had a celebration this big. It's a nice change of pace. Especially after having to work in this damn cold. I swear it seeps into your bones. Grandpa keeps saying there have been worse snows, but I swear I can't remember a colder winter. Puh, there were winters that came so early the crops froze before we could harvest them. We had to do a special purchase laugh that year, burn the crops in offering. Next spring we had a double harvest. Of course you did, old man. Anyway, like George said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer. Oh, that's how you seemed hesitant tonight. Maybe I should work on speaking in front of people. How awful. You gave a lovely speech, George. Oh, thanks. To be honest, I didn't know what to say until I said it. Everyone was so deep into their drinks, I was worried no one would want to hear what I had to say. Well, I solved that problem. Maybe you should be on the town council. That way someone can get people's attention and make decisions. You were very helpful, Veronica, especially because I wasn't expecting to make a speech tonight. Yes, that's right. Paul made you do it. What? He did? Ooh, that bastard. Yeah. Werner kept going on about how someone should say something. Paul said that I was the most charismatic of anyone on the council. He said that? Well, he said that I would make the least amount of people angry over it. Malta said it was my charisma. Smile awkward. I thought it was fitting for the season. Paul did too, told me so himself. Oh, thanks. That's good. I'm glad people liked it. To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in Tassing listened to. But you've always been part of the town council. We didn't always have a council, though. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own, be my own man. I loved my father, but what he did, I thought it had doomed the town. A lot of terrible things happened all at once. No one can shoulder all the blame themselves. No, but my dad chose violence. He chose to destroy the abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be right. That night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night that you can fight for something right and still choose the wrong way to do it. And I swore that I would never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassing, about myself, but it made a lot of things better for Tassing. And that makes me hopeful. What do you mean? Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council lets us govern ourselves. As much as I was grumbling earlier today, Jorg is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No Abbot looking down on us, making stupid laws as he sees fit. Our Lord lives days away. As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's a better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. Don't you talk ill of my son, boy. He gave you everything he had. God rest his soul. I know, Grandpa. Well, we don't think the council have done a great job necessarily, I don't think, but hey. That's the whole point, isn't it? Without the revolt, you wouldn't be able to give the twins a better life. In some horrible way, I guess that's right. God grant us the courage to live with our actions. I've done the best I can do right by the town, and Dad... You're his son! You've done him proud, boy. Thanks, Grandpa. Anyway, I'm going for another pint. Anyone else? Yes, bring a pitcher. You've had enough, Grandpa. Your humours might become unbalanced. Another for me, though, Jog. Magdalene? I'll get myself another later, thanks. All right, we'll see you later then, Magdalene. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Right, give me a second, folks. I'm just going to grab my dinner. Righty-ho, back again on my dinner. Outlived a child, no parent should have to do that. That's very true, that's what they say. It's one of a parent's worst nightmare. Right, we have Eva next on the list. Oh, and here's Otz propping himself up while swaying and red-faced. Magdalene, you finally came over to say hello. Oh, so you've decided to use my full name now, have you? You asked me to. You never listened to me before now. He's playing nice in front of us. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas, Eva, Till. Magdalene, how good to see you. How is that mural coming along in the rat house? Almost finished with it, I hear? That's right. The last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section. The history of the saints, right? I finished that section now. The old abbey ruins were hard to climb through, but I wanted to paint it right. The old abbey, hard to climb through. Oh, but the remains of the abbey are so run down. That sounds dangerous. You went into the old abbey, Magdalene? Without me? You're clumsy, Otz. Your big feet would only slow me down. I don't have big feet. Don't worry, your father had big feet, Otz. He made up for it in other ways. I'm sure you will too. Hey up, Eva. Oh my God, Mom! Well, clearly you can handle yourself since you made it back without any problems. And I did warn you about dangers. Not that I told you to go digging about down there, mind. Anyway, Magdalene, what are you painting on the mural now? I'm working on depicting the revolt, but I think I angered Agnes when I asked her about it. That's right. You were just a few years old then. God has it been that long. Oh, don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anything. Is that her there? Is that Agnes that's just sat right here? As we're just talking about her. Maybe she's partially deaf. Is that Agnes here? It took years for Tassing to recover after that night. Thank God we've come a long way since then. Otto would be proud of what the town has accomplished. It's a shame he died without seeing what the town became. Oh, it is. I pray that St. Moritz has blessed him in heaven for all the work Otto did in his name. I'm sure that the Lord has made a space for him, Eva. You know, Magdalene, I think he would be especially proud of you for memorising Tassing in the mural. He would be thrilled to think that you'd become a part of the family. What part of the family? What do you mean part of the family? It's happening. You've got to like it or lump it, Magdalene. It's happening. You've been betrothed, it seems, already. Yeah. I'm honoured you think so. Of course, Otz has been charmed by you for years now, and I don't blame him. You're a beautiful young woman. Mom! Oh, we'll have to speak with Klaus, of course, but you and Otz are a good match. Right, yeah, I'll mention it to Dad, yeah. Anyway, I don't mean to keep you chatting away with us older folks. Have fun and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eva, Till. Merry Christmas, Otz. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mags. Oh, yeah, bloody spoil it now. Never mind. Big Jog. Oh, we've already spoken with him. Can we speak with him again? Hey, Magdalene, sorry to bother you during the feast. Oh, hello again, Jog. Did you need something? Well, all the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking. You're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? The last time you talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. Oh, people dropping off to sleep now. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job. You should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around town talk about the revolt so I can get a better idea of how to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened. But I think I have finally settled on how I want to depict it. Yeah? And to honour what the peasants stood for, I'll show Otto giving a speech and the soldiers in the distance. I'll paint the peasants burning the abbey and the mill, and the landnecks defending the monks. I'll show the aftermath of the revolt and paint the ruined abbey surrounded by everyone who died and their families. Yeah. Well, I don't think we're going to give Otto giving a speech, peasants burning the abbey. I think we'll go with the last option. Kind of symbolic, really. I think it's a symbolic thing. Ruined abbey, people stood all around, including those who died, apparently. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The murals are meant to honour Tassing, not stir up grief. Maybe Klaus was the better pick to paint the mural after. What? How dare you? And after I commented on your speech, you stupid, uncharismatic oaf. Anyway, I'll get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Otz was looking for you too. I'm certain he is. I think I'll actually go home for the night. I've had enough of Otz's flirting and I shall check in on my dad. Tell him hello from all of us, all right? I will. Good night, Jog. Oh, I've suddenly gone off him all of a sudden. So I don't think we should have talked to him until we talked to everybody, because there were some people upstairs still to talk to, but that came with advanced time, that last conversation, unfortunately. But hey, perhaps it's for the best. They're all drunk anyway, and upstairs was, Werner was up there. Right, so enough celebration for one evening. Baltas's beer is strong and people are getting unruly. Or sleepy. Time to head home and see how Dad is doing now. I've got a sneaking suspicion, I don't know why, but something is going to be amiss. Father Thomas slunk away. For what reason? God bless you and Merry Christmas, Magdalene. Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Emily. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Christmas should be a heartening time of year for us all. Yes, perhaps. I enjoyed seeing people feeling better about the future, especially after all Tassing has endured. Oh, the people here have suffered greatly, but we must always find hope in the midst of despair. It is fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them that spring will return. Of course, unless you're in Australia. And we will all have a chance to live again. And not just Australia, of course. Magdalene, who is that? Hey, you! Please, excuse me, Sister Emily. I need to check on my father. Oh, of course. God bless you. Thank you, Sister. It's the hooded figure. Check on Dad. Oh my God, this. Where's Dad? The door is open. Is someone here? Dad? Oh no, he's finished. Why has he come to finish him off now of all times? Oh, clearly he's been finished off. Clearly. Oh, thank God. Oh, clearly not. Magdalene, is that you? What's the matter? Someone was standing near the house and the door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything. I've been asleep most of the day. Most of the evening, too. I'm worried about you, Magdalene. You're worried about me? You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural. Oh, it's fine. I'm still young, Dad. I don't get tired as quickly as you do. Well, certainly not in my current state. I'm not gonna make it, Magdalene. Oh, are you a doctor now? I've known Werner Stoltz long enough to know when he's going through the motions. He's never been kind, but there's a special coldness to him when he's attending to a dead man. Oh, it's all right. This is just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if it's sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time. I just wanted to show you what I could do. I wanted you to be proud of me. I have been. Every day of your life. You never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it will be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made. Oh, don't say that. Oh, it's true, though. I mean, I got along all right, but I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things that I never could. See things and make them real. I'm trying. Oh, you're doing it. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not going to be here much longer. One morning you're going to wake up and you'll have to do things for yourself. Love things for yourself, and you'll have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life. Oh, all this talking. Too much. Could you bring me something to eat? No, of course. You haven't eaten all day. And I miss the Christmas feast too. I can't believe no one brought me a cookie. I'll go get some soup. Oh, yummy soup. You haven't eaten all day and a bit of soup. Mind you, his stomach is probably shriveled up and shrunk. Right, speaking of food, bear with me folks. I'm a bit hungry here. There is something still suspicious though. Klaus. How on earth did we not see him? I mean, he was behind the door, I suppose, but how... Oh, God. I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. Bad ending. You killed Klaus. What? You're here? Who is this? I've been trying to keep Magdalene safe. I think so. These days I feel like my mind has been cracking apart. I thought I could stop all of this. Well, who is? I recognize this person. I thought I could stop all of this. But I couldn't. So many people paid the price. They're all still there, all in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero, Guy, Ferenc, Peter, Otto, August. And now you. Dad? Oh! Even though that scared me. Oh God, it's you! It's not Marla. It can't be. Is it not Marla? Is it? No. Who is this? Who are you? What are you doing to my father? Magdalene, it's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry. I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face, or what it once was. Oh, for God's sake. Burnt. Magdalene, this is Andreas Mahler. Back from the dead. The earliest memory I have of you is running into a burning library. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Yes, you and me both, Mags. I don't understand. Well, how you could have survived that for a start, but B, I don't understand anything. What the hell? What the hell? Hello, Nagisa. What the hell, indeed? Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Hiding from the world. In the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret, stealing books from you. Oh, so I wasn't going crazy. Holy hell, let me get a chip here. It's the only thing that's kept my mind from forgetting what words are. Wait, how did you survive the fire? Some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and threw them into the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. The next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt. Oh, Casper! Your apprentice? The boy? You sent him back to Salzburg. He didn't leave. So what if he did leave? Because apparently couldn't we have changed... I don't know. I'm perplexed here. He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran through the crypt to save me. And he did. But he saw that I was trying to save the books and... Oh no! He went back in. Not Casper. Oh no. Little Casper never came back out. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. I couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. So I hid. Why have you been following me? I thought you were trying to kill me. What happened at the mine was an accident. I just stepped too close to the edge. I'm sorry. I was afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone. Okay. And did you leave us those notes? The ones with the purple writing? Ah. No. Those were written by a different occult hand. One that does not want you to finish your mural. One that has killed and may kill again to stop you from telling Tassing's history. Tassing's history? Why? Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. Oh, things are hotting up here. Things are hotting up. Right, before we get into the crux of this, I don't know how much we've got longer to go. But my dinner's going to go cold otherwise, and I can't eat it and talk at the same time and read all of this, so I'm going to have to take a pause and eat my dinner. I do apologise, so bear with me. I'll just eat it as quick as I can, but I want to be free to get to this revelation bit, so bear with me, folks. I won't be long. I'll be back shortly after a few chomps of my dinner. Bear with me. Righty-ho, folks. Sorry about that. Back again. Oh, nicely replenished. So, yes, revelation time. Man hiding behind door doesn't appear to be murderer. No, in fact, it appears to be, and is, in fact, Andreas Mahler. I mean, I could throttle the guy. All this time, thought he was dead. But he's about to, I think, reveal something about the whole murder situation. So let's see what he has to say for himself. Looking very dishevelled nowadays. So, because Tassing's real history, what's the new puppy's name? Rest in peace, Cass. Casper, of course. I'm trying to. Sorry, I'm getting to your question, Nagisa. I'm thinking, who's Cass? Casper. It's an interesting question, that, Nagisa. She's got two names. Her official name, and then she's got the name that we call her. We call her Scooby-Doo. So that is a name, basically. It's not. I don't think it's a name that's registered, unless my friend's registered her as that now. I don't know actually, but yeah, that's what we call her anyway. It's stuck. It wasn't the name that she came with. She was called Rika initially. She was. She's 4, and was given to my friend by a family who had to give her up for personal reasons. So yeah. But yeah, she's a little cutie pie, and as I said in the Discord server, I'm not like, I hate little dogs. I like animals, but if you were to give me a choice between a big dog and a little dog, I'll take the big dog, please. I like Alsatians, German Shepherds. I like Huskies. My two favourite dogs. What if I was going to sue the dog? No, but I'm sue us. So yeah. I wouldn't choose to have one, but as far as little dogs go, she doesn't bark, unless somebody approaches the door. I think that's pretty cool. No yapping going on here. Not a yappy dog. I thought that's a good sign. Hair, very short haired. I think it's a breed thing. I don't know a lot about French bulldogs, to be fair, but she's very short haired and the hair does come off if she's on you, but otherwise, not a problem in terms of hairs all over the house. No, not really. Which is another big plus. And then a lot of Frenchies have like breathing issues or back problems, or the underbite situation going on, or teeth like this, which I just find it's a bit off-putting, really. Whereas she, as you can see from the photograph, is completely not got an underbite at all. Just got a normal face. I was like, oh. And then she doesn't have any breathing issues either. She snores when she sleeps, but a lot of dogs do. But some of the French bulldogs have this kind of going on as they're walking, as they're just going about the business. No, not a murmur. So she's either been very well bred or very, very fortunate, because I've seen about 4 Frenchies that people have had, and they've all had either an underbite or a breathing problem or a combination of a lot of them. And a lot of them are very hyperactive, as in they're all over you like rashes. Is the other thing that I seem to find with these dogs, and again, she isn't. She knows me now, because I go around to my mates every sort of Friday, Saturday, so she knows me, and she'll sit on my lap and watching a film. She'll snuggle up to me. It depends what mood she's in. She'll sit with my friends sometimes. Sometimes she'll sit with me. But yeah, so when I walk through the door, jumps around, jumps at me, and gets all very excited, and then she calms down. And then she's happy as Larry. Happy as Larry. Just going about her business, sits in her bed, chills out, not a murmur, she doesn't seek attention, none of this, just nice and placid. So she's she's an absolutely lovely little thing. To the point where if my friend was going out somewhere for a couple of days on holiday, I'll bring her here, I'll look after her for 2 or 3 days, not a problem. She can stay in my bedroom, put a little bed in here, and she'll be happy as Larry up here. Not a problem. Pugs? No, the Frenchies have breathing problems, as well as pugs. Anyway, so we went to the local shop might have been Saturday, Friday or Saturday, I can't remember which day it was. Probably Saturday, I would say. And my mate goes into the shop and I stand outside with old Scooby. And there was a lady stood at the window of the shop in the little, because this shop's got like a booth at the window, which is open not just at night time when it's dangerous, but they open it all the time now, so people just go to the window for the cigarettes, just, you know, quick and easy without having to go into the shop. And she had a Frenchie which was black and had the whole underbite face going on and was a hyperactive thing. And not that I'm being awful, because it's probably a lovely little dog, but I was looking at Scooby and I was comparing it to the other Frenchie over there, and I thought, oh yeah, it's a night and day difference. She looks completely prim and proper, and in fact when she sits on my lap or on anybody's lap and you stroke her back, she'll sit right straight and put her head right up, almost like adopting a pose, like she's having a picture taken. Very regal, very elegant. She's an absolute specimen of a creature, really is. Yeah. So there you go, little Scooby-Doo. You fought a battle with over 16,000 men in the Vita et Pera. I thought my computer would explode. I've got that to look forward to. I don't think so. 16,000 men is a lot of men. Yeah. But yeah, right, back to the story. Oh yeah, my mum loves her to bits as well. My friend has brought her to the house 2 or 3 times now, and yeah, my mum really likes her as well. Although when she sat on the sofa downstairs, which is not leather, but it's that kind of faux leather, she has scratched it and put a slight rip in it. So it's like, oh, next time she comes, she cannot come onto the sofa, I'm afraid. She's torn a bit of it already. It's not her fault, is it? But yeah. So apparently Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. So what is the history? Why are they trying to silence it? And who is responsible for killing people? Tell us now. It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it could no longer be seen. But it's still here. It's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. And it's still protected, haunted by the spectre of death that has hung over this place for generations. The thread puller. Thread puller? Beneath our feet? What are you talking about? The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmerman. And Lorenz Rothvogel. Yes, and they travel through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Kearsau. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with. And I've seen the ghost that haunts them, that can squeeze through the tiniest opening. I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've travelled along every inch of the aqueduct and the old city, but there is one place I have never found. The lair where the thread puller retreats to. The ancient Roman temple that it is determined to hide from view. This is the what's it called? The I've never been able to whistle, but that was interesting. I could whistle by inhaling inwards. That's a new thing for me. I've been able to do that before. I was getting a slight gap between my teeth, which I'm still putting down to the fact that I have got a bit of acid reflux, which is slightly wearing my teeth away. But anyway, what's the name of that? It begins with an M. I'm sure it did. The Latin name for the temple. That seems to have been, there's only a slight mention or two of it, and there's not much records of it, if you remember. The Minthraus, Minthru. Minthraus? Something like that, anyway. The Mithraeum! That's the one. Oh, we're close. You found it? No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels, and I believe I know how to get there. Oh, is that where we're going? Take me there now. Okay, yes, we are going to the Mithraeum. Dad? He's a good man, Magdalene. You'll be safe with him. Will you be all right? Yes, I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas. With my life, Klaus. I promise. All right, let's find the Mithraeum. The rat house? What are we doing here? When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins that had been buried over time. Luckily, he never wasted stone, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside to the hidden place. Are you all right? Yes? All right. Into the Raskeller. Out of the flames. Yeah, literally out of the flipping flames. The strange figure that's been following me was Andreas Marler. He survived the fire all those years ago, but he's been hiding in the Abbey ruins ever since. It's hard to believe, but he's come back to help me find the person who attacked Dad. He calls them the Thread Puller and says we need to find the Mithraeum under the rat house. It's hard to make sense of it all, but Dad says I can trust him. Andreas. He hasn't been updated on here, has he? Oh, it's because it's the wrong one. It's the wrong Andreas. Right, okay. In we go then. North Town. He's walking like a hunchback now. I mean, how old? I don't know how much time has passed. I can't remember what year the game started. It's 1543 now, I believe. The revolt was in 1525, so 43 is what, 18 years after the revolt. And how old was Andreas at the time of the revolt? Because time had passed before the revolt from when he was in the first act as a young, fresh-faced artist. I think 7 years, right? So we're talking 25 years. Probably. And he was what, late 20s? He's probably like what, early to mid 50s, perhaps? And if he's lived a sheltered life for the past few years, living off scraps and in the ruins of a abbey, yeah, you're going to be a bit haggard at 50 odd, aren't you? Plus, it's medieval times. Their 50s are equivalent of our 70, probably. Right, where are we going? Alright, that wall is different. Does that mean that this is the place? No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once. It carried water. Look. Is that an inscription or something? Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius goes to the bath today and completes the 6th step in the Mithraeum. Yes. You see? No, I most certainly do not see Andreas. Well, here. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. Yes, and it will take us to the baths, then to the Mithraeum. Oh, all right. After you, please. He looks almost 80, though. Yeah, exactly. Oh, chapter 8. Manu Propria. The bathhouse. Okay, collapsed tunnel. Okay. I mean, this for me would be like, oh my god, this would be so amazing. Can you imagine just finding some ancient Roman ruins just beneath somewhere, untouched? Oh my god, it'd be amazing. The decoration. These must have been the baths. Doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? Well, it's too early to get this discouraged. Let's keep looking. Come on, we're in here now. Can't all be doom and gloom, surely. Okay, I can't go any further up, at least. Nope, how am I going backwards? Aha! More stairs down. Would something be below the baths? A hippocaust. They used warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope these haven't filled with silt as well. Oh, look at this. Roman ingenuity. Do you know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. Of course. Oh, I'm in control of Andreas now all of a sudden. I got... How could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were a true artist, a master of your craft, but all you created was misery. The only thing more pitiful than watching you work in that scriptorium was your love of that dying art. Andreas's demons. An eye for an eye, Andreas. You may have condemned me, but in doing so, you damned yourself as well. Master, why did you send me back into the flames? Well, not good for your old eyes, is it, this? No! No, this isn't right! I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas! You're still here. Yes, for a little longer. You're leaving? I am the last vestige of reason that once ruled this court. When it goes, I will go with it. But who will rule the city if you leave? No one. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas, but it has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that. Oh. Here we go. Where are we trying to go? Here. I think maybe there's only one way out, one way round, one way, that's dead end, one way. Hello, Andreas. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course, I'm still here. Part of me will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? Oh, everything fell apart. That doesn't mean we couldn't have put it back together. Back together with a great big hole in the middle. We wouldn't have been the first. I wish you had given us another chance. Too late. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know. I can. I will. You will. Thank you, Sabine. Will I ever see you again? No. Not in this place. But maybe someday in a better place. In a better dream. So I think obviously this is all stemmed from the loss of his son. I'm sort of gathering here. Where am I supposed to be going here? Out? Master Andreas! Oh! Casper? It's really you! It's so good to see you again, Master. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. I let my family down. I let you down. I couldn't stop Peter. Couldn't save Tassing. I couldn't even save more than a couple armful of books. You did what you could, Master. Everyone knows you did. And that's all any of us can do. All right, Casper. Thank you. Thanks for everything you taught me. I think... Oh, hang on. Wait. What happened? This was the way out. Oh, it's turned. The maze has turned. Oh, no. Before I started talking to Casper, I knew this was the way out. Your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. You brought me back. Oh. So, what do I do now? Keep going. Back up on myself, it seems. Right, let's go back the other way. Up, around the maze of life. I've gone come back into the middle here. That's not clearly there's a wrong route here. Uh-oh, little August. You too? Don't say nothing, we'll be in shock. It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but that doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's all right. What? It's all right, Daddy. It is? You don't have to hide here anymore. But what about you? And Casper? And your mother? We're not really here. And there are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Good night, August. Good night. Oh, goodness me, this is quite harrowing, really. Right, we were going out, weren't we? This way. Oh, they've shifted again. Oh, the walls. Still trying to protect you. No, it's not. No, I mean, no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze, and I'm leaving. Good. But this next part might be confusing. Aye. Hey, hang on, the maze, the Father Thomas's maze, right? The Virgin Mary maze? It wasn't that the name of the labyrinth? Wasn't that the name of the church? What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the mace? Two things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady, watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. What? I don't understand. Sister Emily? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here with me, and we are here in spirit. What the hell is this? This is very confused. Are we still in the ruins? We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering, and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. Am I having a vision? I know it is confusing. I am not even sure of my own visions. But if you are here with me, it is the will of the Lord. Andreas? Sister Emily? you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. No, this isn't my spirit. I walked here through the aqueduct. You are confused, Magdalene. It's understandable. My own visions have perplexed me for all of my life. Even though this seems strange, even though it is a place of spirit, it is very real. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Here, the Lord tells me what messages I must bear, and to whom. Oh, hang on a second. You deliver messages? Yes, once, long ago, I was a scribe. Purple, elegant, strokey kind of scribe, perhaps, Sister Emily. You're a Fruit Loop, murdering person. I copied many works of the great church doctors, Origen in particular. But that all ended with the fire. It ended with my life. Wait. I thought I had given up the pen forever, until the visions returned. No! When fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of purple ink cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone, but he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. It was you. This whole time you wrote the notes? I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Oh, hang on. Sister Emily, you pushed those people into committing murder? What? No. That can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. But that's what happened, sister. You wrote those notes, and people were murdered because of them. No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No. I am not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Ah! This is like about the Twilight Zone, man. Sister Emily, shh. It's all right. Father Thomas, how did you get out here? Anybody else want to just pop into the secret hidden place? Tassing is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though in truth, it was Sister Amelie who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I am still happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You. You. You and Sister Amelie were behind all of the murders? No. She had no part in this. But the notes, she wrote them. She did. But she did not understand their purpose. I guided her, told her what to write. To what end? What was the point of all of this? Look around you. What do you see? Roman ruins. I was going to say the exact same thing, but obviously, clearly, that's not the answer that he's seeking. Look closer. I still see Roman ruins. It looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the image of Saint Satia from the shrine. I don't understand. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Satia and Mars and Diana. The saints of the gods? When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars Pater that once watched over the Roman fields stood there still headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrine to Saint Satia and, not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. So the people turn them into saints. Sanctity and sainthood exist outside of what people believe, Magdalene. People cannot turn someone into a saint any more than they can unmake the divinity of Christ. But they knew of the saints and learned local legends of the region and applied them to the figures they found here. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here. Except for Historia to say. But Historia to say was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost? Oh, damn. And you killed him for it? Misclick there. Yes. With poison. I mean, well, we said it was Father Thomas all along for quite a while, but still, it's still quite shocking, though. No one suspected. So he killed Father Matthias. He died of poison, and no one suspected. It must have been quite subtle. His death was unexpected, but I was the only person he confided in about what he had read in Historia to say. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that Saint Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars, and that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Satia was the Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And you resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in St. Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. And they believe in the legend of St. Satia, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. And that was worth killing the abbot? I believed it was then, yes. If St. Moritz never came to Tassing, what is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to St. Satia, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in a dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Perhaps some would, but you've always told us that we have to accept Christ of our own free will. Yes, of course, but preserving the legends of our saints doesn't interfere with individual volition. You are preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only Son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over our valley, and say, St. Moritz was here. God was with us, and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of St. Moritz is a lie. And you think that justifies all of this? In the end, no. But at each step, I thought it was right. I was wrong. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives, to prevent death. But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassei. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kearsau could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. That sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You're right. It didn't. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassei. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So you killed him to prevent an uprising, but you caused it instead? Someone else killed him, as someone else killed Baron Rathvogel. And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people what he found. what he found when he was helping to dig the foundation of the rat house. What did he find? I'm sure, didn't we find out where he found? I don't think we did. We ever get told? Something from our pagan ancestors' bones, or the wall of the aqueduct? It's got to be the wall of the aqueduct, because that would lead to the discovery of this temple, right? No? No, everyone knows about the old aqueducts. That would cause alarm. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow. The statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. How did it wind up over there? The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Blacktail told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favoured the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz, because Otto could not read the words chiselled across the helmet, Mars Pater. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the rat house. I could not let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions she couldn't remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin, so that one of them would murder Otto just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? I'm sorry, Magdalene. Now, if he had clubbed my father on the head and admits to this, he would not be walking out here in one piece. I would just say that for now, for certain. Oh dear. It doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't need to make any sense right now. I'd be clubbing his face. I lived next to you my whole life. How could you? None of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. Was it because of the mural? Yes. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance. He kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kersau's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satia, this place, everything. So you tried to kill him? No, I tried to scare him. First with the note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. An accident? You almost killed him! I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Magdalene? Well, there's two of you. Come on now, get a grip. No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. Oof! No, stop! It's too late for me, but I can still take Tassing's secrets with me. You better run, guys. You better flipping run. Father, you're going to kill us all. You're going to kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. You'd really kill yourself and destroy the church? Just, well, yeah. Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Oh. Father! Go! Are you all right? Yeah, fine and dandy. No. Yes, I think so. How is Sister Emily? Yeah, deflection. How is Sister Emily? She's still out, but I think she's fine. They must have heard that. The thingy, the commotion, the Golden Hand. I misclicked again. What are we going to tell them? The truth? About this? About everything? Truth, exactly. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. I don't care. No. You can't be serious. I know I'm not of a healthy mind. Just listen to me. What good will it do to tell everyone about St. Moritz and St. Satia? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that, if nothing else. Maybe it would break their faith. No, I'm sorry, I'm not going with that. I think the people here have enough faith to hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. You came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. Maybe he never would have. I never know, Alf. I think you're right. We should tell them. About the saints, the Romans, all of it. Yeah, I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we shall tell them. Good. We should get Sister Emily someplace warm. We can take her to my house. You'll probably have some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. As am I think. Merry Christmas! What in the hell? Oh. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bean. Right, yeah. We should head back. This is not a time for Christmas greetings. And he's got some good strength, all of us. He's done well. Father's still alive, which is also positive. Oh. Magdalene, you made it back. Andreas and Sister Emily and I all made it back. Sister Emily? Was she in the church? I heard a terrible din. The house shook. Is everything all right? I don't think so, Dad, but it will be. Are you alright, Dad? Yes. I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened. I think Andreas might be a little crazy, no. He's a little doolally. It started at the rat house. Well, the Rath's Keller. Andreas found an old Roman message there that pointed to the Mithraeum. Huh? So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hippocaust. I got separated from Andreas. I was really afraid I'd lost him, that we'd both gotten lost down there. I think he's gone. But then I heard his voice off in the distance, and I was so Oh no. Dad? Are you still listening? Oh no. Well, this is a happy ending, isn't it? Oh, goodness me. Oh, wow. Super fast forward here. Merry Christmas. Oh, Mr. Merry Christmas. We have now fast forward to Easter. All of a sudden. It's Easter time. I know it's hard, says Esther, through pen paling again. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther. Magdalene? Another chapter all of a sudden. Wow. Yes? Mr. Italian accountant, how are you and what you're doing here? I am sorry to disturb you, but I wanted to let you know that everything is in order. Baltas has ensured that all other financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. And don't let him forget his commission for the work. As a representative of his bank, it would be remiss of me to do so. I do not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. It seems that the Tassing has lost many things in one man. I am very sorry. Thank you. Good fortune to you. Love how some of these characters walk. Right, okay, so let's take a look at the old journal here. I'll think of something to use this for later. Oh, wow. No journal entries today. Oh, hello everyone. Gertrude. Are you sure you have everything you need, Magdalene? I think so. Thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. If you're travelling and you're having cramps, I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him. And for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Please thank her for me. I will. We'll all miss you so much, Magdalene. I'll miss you too. Oh, God bless you. Safe travels. Oh, we like Sister Gertrude. Veronica. We're walking out of town and speaking to everybody as we go, I think, here. Magdalene, I can't believe you're really leaving. You should come visit me. Ah! The farthest I've ever been is the Mittenwald market. I don't think it's very likely. Write to us, though. We want to hear about your new life. I will, I promise. You're a special girl, Magdalene. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you have a good cause. But Tassing won't be the same without you. Safe travels. God bless you. Oh, there's a church. There's a new father in town. Otts. Oh, Otts is going to be devastated. Oh, huh? Or maybe he's not. Oh, he's lucky. He does look. He's got a sad face. Oh, hey, Mags. Otts. I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mum says he was a good man. He was a good dad. Well, thanks. I shall get going. Mags? Magdalene. You sure you don't want me to marry you? Oh, sure you don't want to marry me, sorry. I'm pretty sure. I'd rather have my chest crushed under Paul's heaviest millstone. I mean, I'd love to say this as a bit of a joke, but I don't know if she's going to say it seriously. I don't want to end and part on, after insulting the fella. Really, bless him. I mean, it is a tempting offer. Come with me. That's not, what? He's not going to come, is he, really? Let's be honest with you. But no. No, but no. Sorry. I have to go. Look after your mother, Otts. Oh, who is this new father? Good morning, Mistress Chuckerin. Are you off soon? Yes, father. Just saying my last few farewells. Of course. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father. God rest his soul. I am too. Don't let those Bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. St. Moritz will protect me. Let's not go down that line. I will keep my guard up, Father. Good, good. Keep the faith. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you and your travels. It's Sister Amelie. God bless you as well, Sister Amelie. Are you leaving today? I am. I'm just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that's happened. I know, it's all right now. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. You were tricked. We all were. Even so, I must make amends. I am writing an account of what happened here, as well as I can remember it anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good, it's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Emily. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Magdalene. She said that she was going up to the... Yeah, clicking down there's not really doing much. To the mill, didn't she? Mill time. More people at the mill. Is this the... Oh, yeah, we've got here Elsie. Magdalene. This is it. It is. Time for me to leave. Good. Get out before this cursed town swallows you. Tassing will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. Elsie, I hope one day you will find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I am doubtful. Stay safe on the road. These are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids still need you. Oh, she was the former miller's wife. I'm thinking, who the hell is she? I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left. Without them, never mind. Godspeed, Magdalene. Who's this? Oh, Andreas has had a shave. Bloody hell. Are you sure I look all right? Of course, Andreas. You look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I'd forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar for the better part of 20 years? 20 years. Subsisting on our discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you, it's all right now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off soon? Hello. Yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald, and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Magdalene, but I hope Prague is everything you've dreamed of. With half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. You have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish he could have seen it, Andreas. I know. He would have loved it. Is that going to be our final scene? The mural that we've painted? I hope so. I hope so too. Magdalene, if angels carried him down to bear witness, the heavenly host would have wept at him. Our choice for Andreas, of course, with him being the charisma choice coming into effect here, which is quite a nice little touch. Kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Magdalene, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Unless history is going to stop in Tassing the moment I roll down the road. I think your wagon is about to leave. Oh, it is. It hardly feels like enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Marlowe. And there she blows. Andreas? Are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the mill, the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. Oh! Back in control of Master Marler one last time, perhaps. What does his journal say? Same. Come on now, kids. What are you doing? Oh, they're painting. Oh, they're drawing. Oh, look at the little cherubs. And they giveth instruction. And it is the final scene of the mural. I knew it would be. Oh, let's have a look at this. I've actually forgotten about the choices that we made for this mural. Now, I do vaguely remember about the sacrifices bit, and then this was a bit about the crafting of the abbey, but before it was the abbey. I remember that bit. It's coming back to me now. The burning abbey with the families and the dead. Ulrich, Peter, Clara. I think that's Clara. Is it Clara? Then of course, look, she's then the whole Mithraeum, the aqueduct in the background, the Mithraeum underneath the church. Passing to Prague.
Das küsste mich auf Deutsch und sprach auf Deutsch. Man glaubt, es kam wie Gutes klang. Das Wort, ich liebe dich, ich liebe
Andreas Muller.
Das Wort ich liebe dich, ich liebe
Well, that was quite a flipping sad ending, really. Bloody hell. Wow, that was good. I really enjoyed that. And now we've got no credits music. Are they trying to ruin our Mondays? We've got the whole week ahead of us here. I feel like this is a perfect way to end the week on a Sunday. Monday is like the new spring. Let's step into a new week. We started the week with this horrific end. But no, yeah, really good game. I don't know how replayable it is, though. I'm sure I read that it was people have replayed it several times, and I'm like, once you know the outcome, doesn't it not lose the replayability value? I don't know, unless people are looking out for these little Easter eggy things and little plot hints and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, really, really good fun, really good fun. And Marla wasn't dead in the end. Oh, I'm so happy. It's kind of weird having no credits music. Yeah, one playthrough. I struggled actually when I'm playing a game. You know, I watch other playthroughs as I'm going along. I actually struggled to watch a playthrough of this whilst I was going along. I think mainly just the time, to be fair. But Mr. Urquhart, they always got to get. Well, it's Obsidian, isn't it? Of course, recognising names from games past. Yeah. I think one playthrough is definitely enough. Although it would be quite cool to see some of the Easter eggs that might be out there, if you or things that you might spot on somebody else playing. You know, that you might not have spotted yourself first time. But yeah, I think there were some clues there, and we got to Father Thomas being the murderer pretty early. To be fair, wasn't 100% guaranteed to be him, but there was strong inclinations there. But yeah, I'm quite tempted. I haven't. It's Christmas time, right? It's Christmas time, and I haven't. I like to get myself a few treats for Christmas. I mean, I've got myself a pretty major treat on yesterday, so treat wise, I shouldn't really ask for much more. But I think I've not had a mug. I've not done a mug for a long time. I haven't got a new mug for a while, so. I'm quite tempted to have Andreas Mahler on a mug. I don't know why, but I really liked Andreas for some strange, bizarre reason. I don't know what it is. Not the old version that we just seen at the end there, but the younger version, full of life, fresh-faced, with his love of... What did we give him? The traits that we gave him? Peter Griffin. Who's Peter Griffin? I missed that. Who's Peter Griffin? Yeah, you know... life of debauchery, Latin speaking. He was cool playing as the earlier Mr. Marler. Quite enjoyed it. So yeah, I think I might get a Pentiment mug, which is kind of bizarre because I've played some really, really good games since my last mug, and so Pentiment being the first mug I've done in a while is a bit odd. But I think it's the perfect game and character for a mug. Mainly because the game focused on two artists, if you will, and there's something artistic about doing a mug, isn't there? So there you go. I'm thinking it's mug time. Now, how am I going to get a mug crafted with the appropriate things on is beyond me, because I am crap at this kind of stuff. But it'd be good to have both Marla in his younger form, maybe have Magdalene in her current form with some kind of background on a mug would be pretty nice. So I'm going to see what I can conjure up there. But anyway, yeah, we've still got not a jot of music. I think they're going for the very somber effect here. Maybe a period of time of reflection in silence as to what we've just witnessed here. But yeah, Music was good. Enjoyed the story, the little sort of murder mystery, the wonder, the intertwining, and of course anything that involves Roman ruins gets my vote 100%. So that was all very cool. Yeah, but the motivations of Father Thomas. I mean, religion can make you do some very, very, very strange things. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I don't usually do religious talk. But yeah, I think it can lead to some very strange behaviour. Right. Oh, well, I don't know. Does anybody know if there's anything after these credits that might be coming our way? Because it's 10 now, and I'm itching for a cup of Horlicks before getting ready for bed. I'm up at 6 in the morning. Bibliography. Oh wow, there's a lot of books in here. My legs. I don't think I've ever known a credits roll with no music, unless my. Can you guys hear music? Has my headset died? Is there supposed to be music here? Because my headset was dying. The red light is flashing because the battery's dying. Thank you for playing. Can you imagine if it's just my headset that's knackered? Oh, no. I heard a sound. No music. That's good. No music. Right. And so the game ends and gives us an intro screen with the mural that we just painted. And the book is now closed. Look at that. Now we've got music. I feel like I can be happy. Right, how did I find the game overall? I liked it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I did enjoy this one. As I said, I liked Mr. Marler. Really liked Mr. Marler. The one thing I would say is there's a lot of characters, and games with a lot of characters like this, with my brain, I do struggle to remember names. So at times I found myself struggling to remember who's who. But that's as it is. It's not a major issue really. The main characters, we know who they were. There were some characters who we've seen once, and that's about it. But yeah, the story was good. I love the art style. Very it reminded me of what's the game called? Disco Elysium kind of arty style. It's just basically drawings, isn't it? Really, but it's really good. The ending. Do you know what? There's something about a sad ending, a sombre ending, that's, I wouldn't say satisfying. It's a bit the wrong word, really. But you know, having happy endings in everything isn't always the way to go. So having an ending that's a little bit, maybe a bit bittersweety, kind of a bit sombre, is not a bad thing actually. It's quite a nice change of pace, I find. It's just endings that don't wrap things up properly that I don't like, or leave you wondering. You know, there's no wondering here, other than how did she get on in Prague? I wonder. She'll have had the time of her life, as her mate told her, whose name I've forgotten because there's a lot of names in this game. You know, there's men there throwing themselves at you, and they'll call you Magdalene too, not Mags. None of that Mags nonsense over in Prague, I tell you. So yeah, anyway, we're done here. I'm going to end the stream very shortly. So Pentiment is done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for recommending this, Shelley. Really enjoyed this one. Good old Game Pass. Well done. Which is now going to be ending. My Game Pass subscription ends on the 4th of December, so I'm glad I finished this before it expired. So we've got to finish off now. I'm not doing very well with names, am I, today? Suzerain will finish. So tomorrow I've got a stream day free because I'm not playing football tomorrow. So tomorrow, Suzerain. Wednesday, pre-football stream, Suzerain. Thursday, pre-football stream, probably Suzerain. That's what I'm going to. I think that's what it's going to be. Suzerain for the rest of this week. See how far we get, and then Friday, Christmas party. Saturday, Christmas party. Sunday. If Suzerain isn't finished, Sunday, we will still play CK2. And that's the plan for the rest of the week. And then once we finish Suzerain, it's going to be CK2 Chan going forward, not CK3. Trying to trick me up there. CK2 will continue for all of December, pretty much, to see how far we get. Because I have no defined endpoint for that game, and I don't want to end it abruptly. And there's not going to be a season 3 either, so I'm just wondering where we go with it. I don't want to force anything either, so we'll see we'll see where we are coming close to the end of the year with that one. So yeah, that's the kind of short-term plan. There'll be a video update coming probably on Sunday. I'll keep you. That's going to be all to do with obviously December shenanigans, Christmas comedy clips being one of them, and of course the Christmas party stream being the other. So I'll update you with that and the video update at the back end of this week. So yeah, pretty busy week ahead. And then next week I'm going to London. I'm going to Stratford for my managers meeting. Is next Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm staying overnight in London for one night only, which is cool because the Leeds to London train is literally, it's one of the best trains in the country because it's the fastest train in the country, and it does Leeds to London in 2 hours dead. Only got 4 stops, 2 hours, boom, you're in London, which is quite amazing because it takes you 2 hours just to get to flipping Birmingham on one of the crappy train lines that you go on. It's great. But yeah, so London next week. So yeah, Iron Throne. I'm not convinced Iron Throne is going to be possible in this current season. You never know. We've kind of figured out that to get the Iron Throne, we have to take King's Landing first. So if we do want to make a push for the Iron Throne, that's going to be the way to go. But I think the first next step is to take control of whoever it happens to be, who happens to be alive at the time. If we can manage to get control of Stormlands and Dawn and rule 2 Lord Paramount Seas. Will I be in London on the 4th of December? What day is the 4th? It's the 4th of the Wednesday. Yes, I will be, but I'm in a team meeting all day, and then I'm going out for dinner with work afterwards, so I'm kind of a bit scuppered. Kind of one of those things where you're in London, but you're not really going to be available for a great deal of time because you've got other things. It's a Christmas meal. And last time we were in London, we ended up going to the casino afterwards, of all places. And then on the 5th, I go to work the next morning, have the second day of the meeting, and then get straight on the train back home. So it's literally, yeah, time completely not my own. So in terms of doing anything other than work stuff is pretty slim. Pretty slim. That being said, I might well be in London. Not this year, certainly not this year at this point now, but at some point not too distant future, because I haven't been to London for quite a while, actually, in terms of visiting friends, a couple of friends I've got down there. So yes, I think early next year could be some of that happening. And as for my holiday, I don't have a holiday booked yet. I haven't been on holiday since May. I haven't got a holiday booked. It's probably the longest period of time that A, I've gone without a holiday for a little while, and B, that I've not had a holiday booked at all. But I am planning to go away in January, so I just need to sit down and start looking. So yeah, but anyway, probably bored you now for far too long. Thanks once again for watching the series, and we continue to count down to the end of the year, where hopefully you're looking forward to some new or continuing series And yeah, onwards to 2025. But yeah, have a good evening, folks, whatever you choose to do to finish it. And hopefully see some of you for some suzerain tomorrow. Otherwise, have a good one, have a good week, and until next time. Oh, Volp. I was talking to somebody about Volpus last week, and I was like, you know what? It'd be good to be back, walking in the shoes of our white gnomish wizard. Volpus the White shall return to us 1st of January. Well, I'm saying that. I don't know which game I'm going to start with. Do I start with BG3 on the New Year's Day? Do I start with Three Kingdoms? I've got a choice here. What game do I play on the fateful day of the 1st of January? It's got to be BG3, hasn't it? I'm sorry, it's just got to be. Don't know why I'm asking the question. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening and weeks, folks. I'll see you at some point. And until then, bye for now.